Hello, friends, and welcome to another episode of Star Wars Galaxies Emulator. Today, we are hanging with the rebels. And one particular rebel in particular, Wedge Antilles. So you're the one that Qualdo told me about, eh? I admire your commitment to our cause. While my X-Wing is being repaired from a little scuffle I had with a couple of interceptors, I figure I'll help out the princess with recruitment. I'm supposed to meet up with a spokesman from our group coming over. Can you do this for me? Not a problem. Thanks a lot, friend. I'd do this myself, but I need to make sure that the repairs go right on my X-Wing. All I need you to do is bring this confirmation letter to a spokesman for the group of people I'm going to meet with. They want to hear from me firsthand about the Death Star. After they hear my story, I'm sure they'll surely help the Alliance. I don't know, man. You said you were going to go meet him personally, and now you're sending me? But, sure. I'll do it. So yesterday we finished Becoming Rebel, and then we finished the first couple of mission pairs to get this started. One thing, we got a little close to some stormtroopers yesterday, and they shut up our speeder pretty good. Our favorite lucky speeder. The one we've had since day one. But they didn't destroy it, because this speeder's got heart. So, what happened was, we ended up running for a while, and then we decided to use our X-31, which is slow. But that's okay. It's faster than running. So here's the trick. If you're going to do these, especially the factional theme parks, especially the Imperial one, pick yourself up a spare speeder, because you might need it. We burned up a lot of health on this already doing the missions, plus the fact that, as you can see, the Rebel hideout is currently 3,800 meters from the nearest shuttle port. So, not exactly friendly for more Imperials. Not exactly the friendliest thing for doing missions. You must be the person that was sent to meet me by a friend. 1 second, let me check this first. Oh, okay, we know where that is. Okay, tell Antilles we'll meet him there. Apparently these people have never heard of telephones. Or comlinks, or whatever they use in this universe. So, back to it. We made it all the way through the Rebel theme park up to Wedge Antilles, and we stopped. Mostly because after becoming Rebel and puttering around on Tatooine, we'd run out of time and our buffs had run out. So we had to leave and call it a day. Plus our speeder would have been exploded. So, not having the best of luck there. So it was kind of a good time for it. Today, hopefully, we will make more progress, and we'll see where we go. I think we have to do some planet hopping, so we will hop away if we have to. And I don't know where the day went today. Just got away from me. So, for the people who do not have time to watch a full 2-hour-ish to 3-hour-ish episode of Star Wars Galaxies Emulator, if you watch the first 10 minutes and the last 10 minutes, it should give you a fairly good indicator as to what we're trying to accomplish today and what we accomplished yesterday. Or actually, what we actually accomplished. So, if you need to, watch the first and last 10, and you will be caught up. And it doesn't bother me that you do that at all. I understand. What our goal is for the people who are joining this late in the series is we are making a character to become Jedi. So we are fulfilling the requirements for Jedi, and what I'm doing is I'm showing in 2 to 3 hour segments exactly what's involved in that. So, real time, so people understand. Okay, so they were fine with the time and place then? Okay, that's good. Well now, I've got to brush up on my public speaking skill. Normally I'd have Leia or Luke do this, but they specifically requested me. Ha! Wait till Luke hears this one. Anyway, thank you for doing that. Oh, and here's a little something for your assistance. So he gave me 350 credits. Great, we got some good news and some bad news. The good news is that they've all decided to come over to the Alliance. The bad news is that one of their number was a bit, outspoken about her views on the matter. They told me that she'll likely try to contact the Empire. I need you to go talk to her if you could. Sure, I will talk to her. From what they tell me, she likes to take long walks out in the wilderness. I'm hoping that she's not trying to contact the Empire as we speak. Either way, go out there and talk to her. Try to convince her not to reveal too much. Not my speeder. I hope she listens to reason rather than trying to use a blaster. But blaster is my specialty. Hey David, how's it going? So, back to what I was saying. We became Rebel, doing the Rebel theme park, gonna do that, and then when we're done, we are going to drop being Rebel, become Imperial, do the Imperial theme park, and see how that goes. But this is to fulfill the requirements for being Jedi. We are going to do a series at the end of when we are basically qualified and go over the things that we did to qualify so that you know which episodes to pick out of the list to watch if you need some help. But I'll make a summary and a list when we're done because we're pretty close. We've got about 1.5 theme parks out of the way, and we've got a few more to go. Some of them are short, some of them are long, but my primary focus is getting the information together that you need in order to do them, and then we will tell you which ones you need to do. It's kind of easier that way. It's hard to point to something and tell you to review that if it doesn't exist. Whoa, we're being attacked. Come on, Iris. Listen to reason. Oh well. You can't stop me. The Empire will pay a lot for this information. Die! Kind of over dramatic. Doing the theme park thing today is what we're doing. Are you doing the grinding thing, David? Is that what you're saying? because we are just getting through the Rebel theme park, and then we're going to start the Imperial one whenever we get done. I'm thinking it'll be 3 days for each, so this is day 2 of this, and I'm hoping we finish it in 3 2-hour episodes. Kind of consolidates it down, so if you need assistance with a certain part of it, you can kind of scan through and find what part you need, or ask, and I'll tell you where it's at. And we should have another POI Hunter video going up tomorrow. Was reviewing some patch notes on some games today, some older ones that we had on the channel, and pulled those out to play them, to try them after the patch. There were some cool things, made a few videos about that. And then, gotta go in the front door. And then we made our little what's going on speech over the top of some free EVE Online footage, which hasn't changed one bit. It's still the wretched hive of scum and villainy that you would expect it to be. Well, that's a shame. I'll break the news to her former associates that she was about to sell them out. Well, there's some people that you just can't reach, but at least we only use force as a last resort. Sorry to have to put you through all this, friend. Well, thank you for your help. I'm glad you showed up. My wingmates have keyed us in on some odd Imperial activity. It seems that rather than destroying the remains of the decoy Dantooine base, they're shipping the power generators off planet and bringing them here. This isn't the way the Empire does things, so we need to know how much they know. Can you help? Sure, I can help. Okay, from what the squadron was able to figure out, the general, I believe his name is Grace, should be arriving via shuttle in a remote location. I'm pretty certain you won't have too much resistance from him, aside from his personal guard. Bring him back alive if you can, but if he resists, use whatever force you deem necessary. If you have to terminate him, make sure you bring back any documents you find. Got it. Find the general, terminate him, take the documents. So there are a lot of people in... Oh, by the way, if you're watching the first and last 10 minutes, you might want to skip ahead. And do subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, so you don't miss any of these. I upload a great deal of content, so you definitely don't want to miss out on some of the things you're interested in. I got my hands on all kinds of things. Got 3 channels, so that makes it fun keeping up on that. So anyway, subscribe and like the video, and now you can happily fast forward and see how we did. Maybe we finished it, maybe we didn't. We will see. Only the future will know. These hills and mountains and stuff make those waypoints look so far away. They're not really, but they make them look so far away. I think we picked the exact right route because we're not getting stuck on any trees. We're just brushing against them. Oh, spoke too soon. Oh, all red. Looks like we're going to have some resistance here. Learned my lesson last time. Staff Corporal. General. Sorry, General. It's just the way it is. Double tap, double tap, double tap. Got some credits. Got some credits. And a used ticket. Oh, yay. It's more we need. More used tickets. What's up, Andrew? And now, return to Rebel who gave you mission. It's the most generic thing I've ever seen. Return from whence you came. Up the mountain. These swoops are still kind of slow on the draw. I'm going to be going over combat multipliers pretty soon. That'll be after we get the Jedi requirements out of the way, and I'll go over what does what and how much it multiplies damage. So that'll be your answer as to what double tap and body shot 3 have. I am pretty sure double tap does more overall damage than body shot 3, but I'm also pretty sure body shot 2 does more damage than body shot 3. Oh, no, you're not being rude. If you have a question, just throw it out there. We're all friends here. Don't worry about that. I'm putting together a spreadsheet that lists out damage multipliers for every attack. I'm just not ready with that yet because there's a lot of attacks to cover, and I've got to get it all put together. And I just haven't had time to wrap it all up like I want yet. So we're getting there. It's just not done. Alright, well, it's a shame you weren't able to bring him in. I don't think the Empire will be too happy when they find out about this. Then again, considering how inept he was at his duties, we may have just helped the Empire by removing him. Well, at least you were able to recover these documents. They should give us a great deal of info. Thanks for your help. It seems this is part of a large construction project the Empire had started. From what we know already, the Empire is retro-engineering all the power generators and shipping them off planet somewhere. We need to take out the man in charge of the Endeavor, an Imperial general by the name of Boise. I'll do it for you, Wedge, and that's why I asked you. I know I can rely on you for something like this. All you need to do is take out General Boise, go ahead and gather together whatever you need, and then get rid of him. Wow. Yeah, we're at the theme park, Andrew. We did a bunch of it yesterday and became a rebel, and today we're working through it some more. I missed all the fun voices I had to do. All the characters and everything. It was entertaining. But yeah, we made it here, and we are, I think, on Wedge's 5th mission, and I think that's all he's got. And then we got to go do I think Leah's 5 or 6 missions, and then I'm not sure where we go. Yeah, no worries. We did Jabba's in one day, and we did a bunch of the Rebel stuff yesterday. It was quite fun. Okay, and I don't want to get too close, but we are 300 meters away, so that is a little far. I thought it was 150. Do you? You don't have to go to Dantooine and Lock and all that again? They must have added that later. I think that was when they did the one where they added Han Solo and Chewbacca and everything. General Boise. Generals hit pretty hard. There we go. Credits, credits. We got more stuff off of doing Jabba's theme park than we did off of doing this one. Documents. Return to Rebel and get mission reward. Ugh. Alright, back to it. No, I just could. I know about the stuff on Dantooine and Locke and all those. I think they added those in the NGE, but I don't remember exactly when. But they are. It's a real pain. There's like 4 planets involved, and it's not fun. It was pointlessly extending an already a very long theme park when they could have done an entirely new quest with adding in Han Solo and all the other guys and Akbar and everything. But instead they just tacked it on the back of this one. I just couldn't remember where it stops in, like, patch 14 era. I don't know. We'll find out if you're right or wrong shortly about it ending after Leia. If it does, that's perfectly fine for me. Sooner we get fit through this better. No, we're in the back. Sooner we get through this, the better off we are. All right, so the general is out of commission then. Good. Now we can start recovering these generators rather than having to purchase more. Then they can get pretty expensive from what I've been told. I'll contact my wingmates to recover any more of them already in transit. You've done a good job. According to the documents recovered, General Boise, he was overseeing a storehouse here on Corellia that contains a number of confiscated StarCraft and StarCraft parts. You need to persuade the quartermaster in charge of the place to let you in, if you know what I mean. Yep. I knew I could count on you. Here's where the quartermaster should be able to be found. He's going to have a unique code cylinder on him that will open the storehouse. I doubt he's just going to hand it over to you, so you may have to use the business end of a weapon to convince him. You might as well ask him first, though. The microphone is a Blue Yeti Snowball Ice. The echo comes from the fact that I have no furniture in this room right now, or wall coverings or anything. So basically I'm talking in a wooden box. Oh, I just have the one. And I think last time the audio muted, not the microphone. Like the background audio, because I have two audio sources for foreground and background. But I don't have any keys set up to mute, so it may have just been a glitch. That looks like it's a million miles away. I know it's not, but it looks like it is. We're going to come up on the side of it, though. Yeah, I know there's quests at the Hidden Rebel base, but the wiki actually puts the whole run of the quest as the Rebel theme park in the final timeline. Alright, let's get off our speeder. Lock our target. I don't think we're going to ask him. I don't think we're going to get the answer we want. But that's okay. The headset that I have is a horrible microphone, so can't really use it for any recording because nobody would even understand the words that I was saying. That was quite a bleed. There we go. It's gone now. Yep, we're done here. Thanks. Thanks for clearing that up. Code cylinder. Recording rod. Oh, locked briefcase. Totally useless. Yeah, your microphone does sound pretty good. My microphone that I use for this headset is a clip-on, and it doesn't work as well as I'd like. But the headphones are set of Shure Professional line headphones, so they work really well. They just don't have a built-in microphone. And up and down the hills we go. But yeah, I've heard good things about the Turtle Beach microphones and stuff. Hey, we sold another item. Not that it really matters. Got a used ticket, recording rod, and a locked briefcase. It has an impenetrable lock. Nothing's impenetrable. Guess maybe we got one more Wedge mission to go. Well, I'll be. With this code cylinder, we'll be able to recover a number of ships to rebuild our fleet. It's a small step, but every step counts. You've been a great help. I really gotta start reading these on the bottom. I was telling Leia about you, and she asked me to send you over to her when you got back. Once again, thank you. And here is a Rebel flight suit for all for yourself. No, it's not. You gave me the signet ring. I remember that now. Let me see. No, she's upstairs. This way. Yep. This way. I will look around the Rebel base a little bit here. Rebel Trooper. Rebel Trooper. He looks serious. It looks like he means business. He's not fooling around. Neither's that guy. Alright. Welcome. It's a pleasure to meet you. I've been told what you've done, and on behalf of the Alliance, I wish to extend my thanks to you. I have a further request for you, though. I am overseeing the off-planet evacuation of a family that has helped us in the past, but one of them has been arrested. I need you to go rescue her, please. Alright. I thank you in advance for your help. We have made her last known location before she was apprehended, but I'm not sure if she'll be there. Once you have rescued her from the stormtroopers, bring her back here so that we can reunite her with her family. Please hurry, for you are her only hope. Yeah, having a better stand and everything is awesome. It's one of my goals too, to get a better mic stand and whatnot, because the one I have is adequate, but I had to modify it to fit on my table. So it's not ideal, but it works. But some of those can get pretty darn expensive. Anyway, I figure next year is going to be a better year for me to improve the things that I've been working on. So if I can make it the next couple months until the new year, should be in better shape to reevaluate what I need to improve and what I'm doing okay with. Yeah, it's pretty much the same problem I have with mine. It's sturdy, but it doesn't quite have the angle on it that I want, and I highly suspect if I hit it too hard, it's not going to hold its shape very well. Alright, we're going to need to come at these guys from the top. Mostly because I don't want my bike getting blasted again. $123 credits. Oh, thank you so much. Once I've made it back to my family, I'll make it a point to send you one of my famous Garenberry pies. Now let's go. Oh, great. She's gonna follow me. You didn't get your chair yet? It hasn't come in? Or did you not order it yet? Oh no, Overwatch. Ah, yeah, the sitting around part. Amazon does that to me all the time. I'll order something and they'll take a week before they even actually ship it. Even if I order it next day. And then, of course, they ship it all around the country before they ship it to me. Waiting for our NPC to catch up. And we'll ditch her again. She's actually running faster up the hill than our speeder goes. Well, just for the record, whether these missions continue after Leia or not, when we get the badge, we are stopping the missions. Because that's all we need, so that's all we're doing. We can come back and do more some other time, but our goal is to get as ready for Jedi as we can. And the more time we have, the better off we're going to be. Yeah, the escort missions really are kind of a pain. They're time sinks in a huge way. And I'm not sure there's any real point to them beyond slowing you down. Alright. There we go. And we are back. Eventually our NPC will catch up with us. You can see her running in now. And she's almost to the building. Nope, just entered the building. Watch her come tearing through here. Light speed. Yeah, it's light speed. Oh, thank you so much. We'll be able to set them up with a nice home on Rory where they'll be safe after all they've contributed. As for you, I'm certain they will be forever grateful for what you've done. Thank you again. I got 550 credits for that. Ah, it's you. I have a request of you. If you are available, we have made contact with an officer that works for the ISB, the Imperial Security Bureau. He wishes to come over to the Alliance, but requires my assurance that he will come to no harm. He requested you to be his bodyguard as well. Will you do this for us? Sure, I'll let you set me up. I thank you so very much. The ISB agent has designated a meeting place out within the wilds. I don't think I need to say that you should be prepared for a fight in case this is a trap. Please use caution in case he is not as sincere as he claims. It's a trap. It is most definitely a trap. Now, where is the trap? So we got all these guys contacting Princess Leia and telling her that they're gonna come over to the rebels. So now we've confirmed for sure that she's a rebel. But I guess that was pretty obvious. And I will say something about these escort quests at least. At least the NPCs don't stop every 50 feet and get attacked by stuff. So you have to defend them. Because that's always a pain. Alright, we're going to leave our speeder over here. Hold there, you wouldn't happen to be the royal one's emissary, would you? Very well, I understand the need for secrecy. But I do hope you pay attention so that I don't fall into a gully. Oh, it's not a trap. He actually wants me to walk him 1,463 meters to the base. That'd be a way better trap, though, than killing me. I'm not really important. And if you fall into a gully, it's your own fault. There we go. This guy is not as quick as I would like. And again, testing our patience, seeing how bad we really want this. And this is precisely the reason why I'm doing these now and stressing how long they take, so that people are aware that you're not going to get this done on patch day. If you don't have the requirements, you need to do the requirements. If you don't have a character that you want to set up as Jedi, you really need to get started on it. I mean, can you do it quicker than we're doing here as far as like days? Oh, of course. But you're still going to have to do the same amount of stuff. I'm pretty sure I could knock out all the requirements in about 3 days of heavy playing. But I don't see the point of it. I mean, do it, go through it, get it out of the way, and then go do whatever you want to do. Amass a fortune. Get ready for the financial backlash that's going to be Jedi. TKM Doctor works out really well. It's profitable and it means you can heal yourself. It's very useful. TKM Pistol Smuggler. It's what we are. It really all depends on what your end goal is. Is this character going to be a Jedi? Or is this character just going to be a character you play? Because that makes a difference. This guy seems to be a little bit less able to handle us being further away from him than the other one did. So here's the trick about Jedi. When the bounty hunter comes after you, and a lot of the bounty hunters use this tactic, they master riflemen. And they shoot out your mind. So no amount of TKM Doctor is going to help you in that situation. So you have to make a choice whether you want to learn how to fight really, really well and work really hard to secure your mind pool, or do you want to just feign death and get set on fire? So it's really long term. TKM Doctor works really well for converting experience. In fact, you can buff people and cap out medical experience in like 20 minutes. Officer Tenno has asked me to thank you for providing him a safe trip here. I too offer you my thanks, for this will be a great boon to the Alliance if he is truly defecting. I'll need to have a number of talks with him before I'm convinced, though. Thank you very much for your assistance. Good, you've arrived just in time. Tenno has informed us that right before he defected, he provided information regarding a prominent Solonian politician that was being abducted and taken to the Inquisitors for interrogation. Then execution. We need to save her before it's too late. The information that Tenno has given us suggests that she will be taken along the route I have entered into your datapad. Accordingly, there is a small group acting as an escort, which you will likely have to take care of. Once she's been rescued, bring her back to the base so we may help her to safety. Bah. Sorry, she was a casualty of war. My apologies. So, yeah, typical Jedi fight on live, at least on my server. You see a dot come on the screen about 64 meters away. They drop off their bike, cover, hit the ground, shoot you for about 2,400 in the head a couple of times, and if you can't figure out a way around that, then you fall over dead. I'm anticipating it will work very similar here than it did in live. There's a lot of people who played on live play here. The only reason I picked Smuggler was for feigned death, because somebody's really going to have to want to kill me if they want to kill me. Because I'll just feign death and walk away from my computer. You know, I mean, it may be cheap, it may be cheesing the system a little bit, but you know what? At least I'm not going out in the middle of a lake, so I'm abusing game mechanics. I'm using a skill that I trained, so I know it's frustrating for bounty hunters, having been a bounty hunter myself, but I took the time to build the template that included that skill. And if you've got the right to hunt me, I've got the right to figure out a way to defend myself. So, like it or not, it is a valid strategy. I disagree with the Jedi who will swim out in the middle of a lake to protect themselves. I think that's wrong. That is exploiting a defect in the system, and that's not right. But if I've got a skill in the game that I train that lets me work so that I can't take damage, or I can take damage, I just can't be death blowed, that's a skill I took. So I trained it, I worked for it, I got it. The game is allowing me to use it. It's not an exploit. Oh, thank you. What? You were sent by Princess Leia? I knew I put my faith in the right side of this struggle. Please lead on. So, my Jedi on live held on to Smuggler as long as possible, specifically to retain feigned death. I could have cared less about having a pistol. I only pulled out a pistol to go into town or to convert combat experience. But I was always pretty dumb about that, and always forgot to change it into putting on my pistol, so my saber would always activate in town, especially when a thug attacked me or something. And then I was instantly on the bounty hunter terminals again. I spent most of my Jedi career on the bounty hunter terminals. It was interesting and annoying at the same time. I mean, on one side, it was fun having the challenge, always having to be careful, having to watch where you were going. Welcome back, Andrew. Having an adversary that was intelligent. On the downside, I spend 15-20 minutes getting ready to go out and kill stuff. I spend all the money going out to an advanced planet to go kill stuff. I get there, I get set up, I start killing things, and 2 seconds later, somebody's shooting me in the head. So, pros and cons. I mean, you know, having the harder adversary definitely brought a new dimension to the game. Having the harder adversary also made the game annoying. Because it wasn't like you could ever turn it off. You were always vulnerable. So no matter where you were, every time you were outside and you were by yourself and you saw anybody go anywhere near you with a shuttle or the speeder, instantly you had to get ready to run away, fight them, or fall over dead. And that was pretty much your game. So it was okay. Once you got high enough, it wasn't so bad. But then they averaged out Jedi so much that it really didn't matter. It wasn't a special class anymore. When Jedi came out, they were extremely powerful. As they really should be. And by the time they got done with it, there was nothing unique or special about Jedi whatsoever. In fact, they were probably one of the weaker classes in the end. And yeah, you're right, Andrew. Being a Jedi is constant paranoia. Is it really paranoia if you know they're out to get you? We lose our little NPC. Let's see if we can pull her from here. Nope, gotta go get her. We got too far away. There we go. This is the downside of those. Come on. Stuck on a tree or something? He's not talking to us. Come on. I don't know why they would do only 5 bounty hunters could have your mission. I don't remember that rule being in place in this era. And I'm pretty sure at this point in the game, I had way more than 5 bounty hunters with my mission at one time. I was keeping an eye on it. We were only like 200 meters away from her. As an advocate on the tribunal, she will be able to relate her story through her clan. I will send someone out to inform them of what transpired so that she can be smuggled back into their caves safely. Thank you very much for your help. Well, thank you for the 650 credits. Jabba paid better, though. We just received some, well, very interesting news. It seems that Tenelt was actually a spy this entire time, until he revealed to us that he now truly wishes to defect. Since his revelation, he has provided us with every single code he was privy to, which we have encoded on a datapad. I need your help, for this needs to be delivered to our contacts immediately. I'll get it to him. I knew I could trust you to do this. You need to deliver this to our contacts with Bothan Spynet. And very soon, Tenelt was supposed to check back in tomorrow. When the ISB realizes that he really defected, they'll change every one of these codes. We need to give the Bothan slicers as much time as possible. Was it only 5 before the CU? I think there was an exploit you could use to get more missions. Of course, then again, I had whole groups of bounty hunters show up for my missions. So it's hard to tell how many of them actually had it. It's always great when 6 or 7 people show up to kill you. But at least it's obvious what they're there for. So deliver this data pad to a bunch of slicers. That's why they did it, so groups wouldn't come. I don't know, my entire career I had groups of bounty hunters showing up. The most effective ones, though, were the ones who showed up by themselves. Whoa, you have a flashy look in your eye. What code you sending me? Yeah. These are some tasty codes. We'll get them sliced and diced in no time. When we're done, we'll let the princess know what secrets old Papa's hiding, okay? Yeah, usually when I saw or heard of people enter my screen, it was pretty obvious, and it takes a little bit of time to coordinate a group of people. So they never attacked immediately. So it gave me time to do something. The most efficient ones were the ones who came after me by themselves. And the ones I had the most trouble with were riflemen. Of course, rifle doesn't quite act the same way it did on live as it does on here. But hopefully they'll get that changed. It still works against people the same way, just not quite the same as creatures. You can still do massive amounts of damage to people. But the real question is, are you prepared to lose that much experience as a Jedi to have a really crappy template? So there is some foresight into setting up how you go into Jedi. And that's pretty much what we did. So I think this is our 4th mission. So I think we got 1 or 2 left. From how you described the conversation with Bothan, I'm sure you gave it to the right guy. They're a bit odd, but they're the best slicers in the galaxy. Hey, I take offense at that. Now all we have to do is wait and see what information they're able to steal. Thanks for your help. Well, the Bothans sure did a good job. They managed to grab everything they could from the Imperial intelligence. In addition to a number of Star Destroyer flight paths, they uncovered what appeared to be a construction project being built near an out-of-the-way system. We would appreciate it if you would intercept one of those shipments, please. Yeah, it makes the theme parks go by so much quicker when you've got people to talk to. We have targeted an outgoing shipment from this planet. What we are going to need you to do is to identify the commander of the transport units, then capture him. He'll be able to give us more information. I don't want to capture him. Why can't I just torture him and shoot him? Because that means I gotta walk him all the way back here. Well, it's only a kilometer. See how bad we trashed our faction now. So we got negative 1,038. We got some making up to do. So if we're gonna have to do like 30 or 40 sets of missions. Well, it'll help with our slicing experience, that's for sure. Well, seriously, dude, it'd make it easier and don't have to walk him all the way back. I mean, I'm sure it sounds kind of dark, but I got to traipse through the forest with this guy. And when you think about it, technically I'd have his hands bound and I'd be dragging him through the snow and it would be torture in itself. I'm just trying to save him some time and aggravation. I'm being the nice guy here. Alright, so I think if we go down here, we can leave our speeder. You're not too bright, are you? There you go. Imperial Undercover Commander. Why am I planning on switching factions? So I can do the other theme park and run more of these missions. Hey, I got a stun baton. I'll bet it does like 30 damage. 74. That's pretty awesome. Very well then, I surrender. Dang. Alright, Jethro, let's walk back. You just keep up. I have to do another theme park. I have to do all of them. And then I have to do the Warren. Twice. Yeah, I was serious about Body Shot 2 being more effective than 3. I'll go over the logic behind that when I cut the spreadsheet ready, but I usually don't even put it Body Shot 3 on my toolbar. Unless they changed it. I haven't done an analysis on it yet here, so I'll have to see, but I know on live I took it off and kept using 2. Yeah, technically I could do that, but that doesn't help people who are Imperial. You know, they need somebody to do their theme park too. And NIMS takes about 45 minutes. No, it's not both factions that you have to do. You only have to do one. It's like I said last episode, you don't have to do it the way we're doing it. It's not necessarily the best way. It's just a way. Once we get the Rebel badge, we need to immediately quit the rebellion. Okay. Come on, Jethro, let's go. Nope, you're right. It's 5. If you do Jabba's NIMS, your particular faction, and the 2 Warren badges, that's all you need. Thank you. Once the questioning has been completed, we can inform Mon Mothma of the important news so that she can set up a battle plan. You know, I know a guy who could use your help with something he's working on right now. If you'd like to travel to Locke, you might want to look up Han Solo. I'll let him know. I'll let him and Nian know you're coming, and take this reward for your assistance. It's the least I can do. No, Andrew, looks like you were wrong. Because we just finished Leia's missions and we're going to Locke. So we just debunked the getting the Rebel content badge after talking to Leia. So now we have to go to Locke and Dantooine and what's the other place? Now we have to go to Locke. Then we have to go to Dantooine. And then we have to go to Yavin. So my advice to anyone who has not picked a faction and is looking to do theme parks, go Imperial. The Imperial theme park is way easier. Way, way, way easier. And just remember, you can always switch your faction at any time if you want to. You just need to have positive 200 faction in whatever one you want to switch to. And that is all you need. But let's head back to Corvella Shuttleport. Now, the bad part is, I had hoped that it did in fact stop at Leia, so we could change, but it doesn't, because I want to do NIMS while we're on Locke, and I thought that might be a good way to not worry about, oh, I don't know, taking a shuttle into an Imperial city. But we'll have to risk it. If there's a city that puts 2 ATSTs by the shuttle port, well, it's going to be a bad trip. On the plus side, I think there's only 2 NPC mission givers on each of those planets, and I'm pretty sure they give you 5 or 6 missions each. So there's 10 on Locke, I think 10 on Dantooine, and 10 on Yavin. So we got like 30 missions left. So yeah, we're going to be another couple days at this. But my real concern right now is getting our speeder fixed. On the plus side, the quest givers on Locke are not that far from the shuttle port. So it's not like we have to go 5 kilometers away from the shuttle to get to where they are. On the downside, I know people camp the rebel outpost on Dantooine pretty often, so you got to be kind of mindful of that. Banking terminals. That wasn't what I wanted, but whatever. Look at the cool helmet we got now. Could be all Daft Punk up in here. So, alright. Where are we? Behind the medical center. Okay. So first things first, let's go get our speeder fixed because we got 7 minutes left on our mind buffs, and by the time we get that done, we can probably get mind buffed again. And your speeder takes a beating on these theme parks, so just be aware of that. Alright, so the garage is over here. So we will go get our busted speeder fixed. Get ready for the explosion. There we go. And now let's go back to the cantina. Still got about 5 minutes to waste. I got 20 minutes or... well, let's fly to lock. Maybe by the time we get to lock. Okay. So we have to go to Tatooine. And then we are going to lock. Got no laser knife. That's no good. Red, blue. And that's how you get Master Smuggler. You just keep slicing daggers over and over and over again. And in the end, you end up slicing every weapon you picked up from everywhere that's in your inventory. So Mos Eisley is decidedly Imperial most of the time. As you can see, all these guys would attack us. We don't want to lose any more Imperial faction than we have to, so we are not going outside. We only got one place to go and lock, and that is Nim's stronghold. And that's all we got. And as you can see, even the Super Imperial City of Mos Eisley, we did not get into combat. Alright, here we are at Nim's stronghold. And I would really like to finish up the Nim's theme park too, which I will probably do tomorrow morning, so that I don't have to ever come back here again. And with my luck, they will put my trainer on lock. Man, I have not been here in forever. Oops. Is he in here? Didn't think so. No, this is the end. I remember right, they are actually in the cantina. But it has been a really long time since I've done this, so I could be very wrong. I think this is the cantina. We just need to get in. A shadowy figure. Yep, he's back here in the back of the cantina. So my memory is not as bad as I thought it was. Hello to your person. The Regal One has messaged your expectation of arrival. Problems are had by myself concerning a made-to-be shifted linguistic decoder that was transacted by a regional purveyor of droids fittings. A request is made for your help. Locate the seller and transport him to my person. Are you understanding? I'll escort this guy here. Relief is greatly filling me. The location of said trafficker is expected to be an inverse of a great distance. Appreciation will be granted upon the finality of your agenda. Hasten and movement will increase the feelings of gratitude. Take your fears and dispatch them. For the dealer should comprehend the situation. And he is 1,000 meters. Well, at least in lock, most of the stuff is flat. Flat-ish. I mean, you can see a hill over there, but it's not horrible. The bad part about lock is the creatures that spawn up. I am not very fond of luck. I don't know too many people that really like this place. It's not terrible, but I just never really appreciated it. Mostly because of those. So now we get to be careful because we've got to lead this engineer back. Blast it. I told that Celestin not to get the droid being wet. Sure, I'll fix it for him. Take me to him. So we've got to lead this guy back, but we can't go the direct route because of the little lizards. The chameleons. The karma chameleons. So we've got to go around. And this guy's slow as dirt. Yeah, we found the Kimagilla. Don't worry. They said hi. So technically the Imperial theme park is equally as long. But here's the trick. It doesn't leave the planet. Come on, dude. I think he's walking on water. Nope, he was swimming. And there's 100. And back to town. But yeah, I think I have very good reason not to want to do any more on this planet than I have to. There is not much in the way of doctors here. There is not much in the way of entertainers here. Although there is the race coordinator droid for the track. That's about the only positive thing here. The two theme park things and the fact there's a race. Alright, he's good. Thank you so much. I knew I should have been wary buying a prototype using a protocol droid brain to translate to other languages. Thanks again. Princess Leia told us to expect you. Look, I have to go move the Millennium Falcon to a safer location, so I can't talk right now. Check back with me in a bit because I might have need of you. I'm sure you will, about 4 more times. Thanks again for the previous help. When I was landing the Falcon in a safer, more secret hiding place, I noticed a small craft landing nearby our location. You weren't expecting anybody, were you? Nah, I didn't think you were. Well, I hate to say, but you have someone following you, and you might want to take care of it before they find us. I'm glad to hear that. I won't have to scrape you out of a mess. Now, from what I gather, I'm pretty certain the craft has fully landed, and this person is on their way to track you down. If they're friendly, that's fine, but I've seen that type of flying before, and I'll wager 1,000 credits that it's a bounty hunter. Stop by when the coast is clear. So we apparently made somebody angry, and now they're trying to have us killed. Or brought in, I don't know which. I'm guessing killed. Anyway, our mind buffs just dropped. So it's brandy time. These other ones are going to go in about 10 minutes. We got about an hour left on our main buffs. So that works. But like I said, lock isn't so bad because it's pretty flat. So it's not like running up and down all those hills on Corellia or Dathomir. I don't think he wants to talk. Stone knife, huh? A stone knife. Well, my fencer will appreciate that, I guess. Or not, since it does 30 points of damage. And back we go. Yeah, if we don't finish Lock today, this is going to turn into a 4-day series. And I would rather not do that. I'd rather keep it to 3 days. If at all possible. And it should be possible if we finish. Huh. That comms officer threw me off. Dang, I'm having a rough time remembering where we're going. Alright, all the way to the back of the cantina. Well, from what you say, it sounds like you had a bounty hunter on your tail when you left Corellia. And it had been stalking you all over the lock. You sure are lucky this guy wasn't a professional, or you wouldn't be here to tell me about it. I'll go see if Han is still busy. What's that? Let me check. On this warning beacon, then we'll talk some more. Uh-oh. What am I gonna do? If Han finds out about this, he'll... Hey, I need your help. I guess when I was tracking the bounty hunter ship, I never bothered to complete my own scans of the area. Yeah, well, it seems that our base camp is in the proximity to nearby pirate camp. Could you stop the pirates stealing the Falcon? Thank you. Okay, here's where I landed the Falcon. You should find the pirates somewhere around here. Highlighted this on your data pad for now. If you scare a number of them off, the rest should leave. They won't listen to reason. Well, they're pirates, if you understand what I'm saying. So, shoot him. Alright, pirates. Pirates it is. Pirates with or without a Caribbean. Okay. A pirate. Orange rug cloth patches. Now we head back. At least the locked missions don't take away your faction. Or take away a more Imperial faction than it is. Yeah, we will definitely do Nim's theme park in the middle of this tomorrow. Just to knock it out. Because I don't want to have to worry about this place anymore. I don't think we have any reason to come back here after this. You saved the Falcon? Oh, thank you so very much. Now, before Han finds out what happened, I'll need you to check the damage on the Falcon. If it's damaged, it will be extremely hard to find parts. That's an old VT-1300, not to mention heavily modified at that. If you would, could you please just check back with me a little bit later? Okay, I've spoken to Chewbacca. The hyperdrive is heavily damaged, but he says he can get it fixed if he had the right parts. I managed to get in touch with a few shady pirates on this planet, and one guy said he has the part. Could you run out there and grab it for me? I'd really appreciate it. You're a nice guy. Sure. Thank you so much. Okay, I told him I'm sending you out there. You might want to keep an eye open. I don't really trust this guy. Well, I don't really trust any of the people here on this planet, to be honest. Just make sure he doesn't try to rob you. I totally understand playing Overwatch, and for anybody watching this over the weekend when it was posted, if you're not aware, Overwatch is free on PS4, Xbox One, and PC. So, if you want to try out Overwatch, by all means, try out Overwatch. I have no desire to try it out myself, so I will continue playing what I'm playing. But hey, if you are curious about it and you want to give it a run, you can play it for free this weekend. And I'm pretty sure if you buy it afterwards, your stuff stays. But I think you have a limited time. I don't see me buying it, though. I'm not the first-person shooter kind of guy anymore. There's nothing really wrong with the game. Actually, it looks like a pretty well done, very intricate game with a lot of lore and history potential. My only problem is I'm not really good at them, so you're the one picking up this hyperdrive part? Good. Can't believe I let that go so cheaply. Get out of here before I change my mind. Leaving. Yeah, I don't do as well on first-person shooters or MOBAs, so I don't play a lot of those. Mostly I'm just out of practice. I haven't really had much call for it lately to play them. So if you don't practice something, you certainly lose your skill in it pretty fast. Alright, so this looks like a shortcut. Through here, around this building, around the bank, back door. I think I prefer the front door. Han Solo's back in the back room there. Friend, you've helped me so much today. I greatly appreciate it. I can't begin to thank you for your help. You're the type of person who reminds me why we fight against the Empire. Oh yeah, I forgot. You were here to speak with Han. I'll let him know you're here. I'll also let him know you're completely dependable. Talk to Han, see what he has to say. And he is back here in the back room, I think. Yep, and there's Chewbacca. Instant death. How you doing, kid? Both Leia and Nian told me you can be counted on, which is what I need right now. If they haven't already told you, I'm here trying to hook up a deal with the Alliance with one of the biggest smuggler pirates this side of the Outer Rim. I need you to go let an old associate know. I need to get in contact with Nim. Can you do that? Sounds easy enough. That's what I wanted to hear. Now look, the guy you're looking for is EDCU, an old smuggler I used to work with. Let him know I'm here and bring him back so I can talk to him face to face. I know EDCU will be able to get me in touch with Nim so I can try to broker a deal for the Alliance. Why don't you just go over to his palace? I mean, maybe it's just because I'm a bit of a problem solver here, but you know, it's right over there. You can almost see it from here. Or I'll just talk to him tomorrow after I get his badge. How about that? There he is. Han needs you to escort his friend back to him. Say your friend to Han Solo's? Well, it's been a while since I've seen that scoundrel. Take me to where he's hiding. Alright. Well, at least he's not too far off. There he is. Just waiting for our escort. It's hard to make these kind of missions interesting. Unless you like play the Benny Hill theme while they're walking. And that's not much fun because they don't go that fast. There we go. Did you make it? Alright, cool. Let's get you to the cantina. Just over here. These guys are what eat up my speeder bike. The standing around and waiting. Okay, and here we are. Hey, Adicio. Long time no see, buddy. Just give me a moment. Hey, kid, let me talk with Adicio you for a little bit. Why don't you see if Chewie wants to play a game of holo chess with you? Oh yeah, make sure he wins. Alright, so let's see where we are. Got 4 more to go. Can't believe that, Nim. Who does he think he is? He's just doing this to get back at me. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to play by his rules. I'm gonna need your help for this one if you don't mind. I need you to help recover a stolen item of Nim's before he'll talk to me about any deals. Can you help? Sure, I'll help. Okay, I'm gonna go make a lot of noise with the Falcon next to the bandits' hideout. That should scare them out of their dens. Which is where you come in. You tell the guy who has it that you're not leaving without something called a holocron. Watch out, because this guy sounds like he prefers action over words. I'll get you your holocron. This is Tatooine level weather. Alright, so go beat up the pirates. Once we finish Han Solo's missions, I think we're pretty well gonna call it a day. Because we should be short on our other buffs. Yep, about a half an hour. And I don't think we're gonna make it much further after that. Holocron splinters. I got a rebel banner. Just what we always wanted. A banner of our very own. Is he actually coming after us? He is. Man. I did not want to do that, buddy. But you made me. Well, this looks like what he was talking about. According to Edicio, Nim said this used to belong to one of his friends before she died, and he's keeping it for sentimental value. That pirate sent me out to pick up a piece of junk. Well, I'll tell him a thing or two. Either way, thanks, kid. Your help was needed out there. Just had Edicio tell Nim that I'm not going to be playing this game of his anymore. Nim has agreed to talk trade as long as I take care of the rest of that pirate band that's been bothering him lately. Again, I'm going to need your help with this. Sounds like fun. I'll do it. This is what we have to do. Nim has let me know where the bandit's leader can be found. You need to go out there and put a stop to him. The rest of his crew will then scatter to different parts of the outer rim. Nim will then sell the spoils of his raids to Leia, and we'll all be happy. I'll be happy as long as I don't have to walk one of your friends back again. Officially obsessed with Overwatch, huh? Alright. It's a long way to go. Well, that comm operator is darn persistent. Oops. That looks like a pirate. There's a bunch of credits. Bunch of credits. Bunch of credits. Broken electro binoculars. Great use of our time. We got 2 more missions left. And then after these 2 missions, they're probably going to send us to Dantooine. But for simplicity's sake, probably going to stop once we're done here, because I need to make a shortish video tomorrow here. So that'll make it a little easier. to get those done. Besides that, I think I'm getting a little tired. I was up till like 2:30 in the morning yesterday. I'd almost intended to make another video tonight, but I don't see that happening. Good work, kid. I could have used you when I was still smuggling, you know what? Or you know that? Okay, now with that done, Nim better give me a good deal on these supplies. I'll have a DCU contact him again and we can get out of here. That low-down, rotten fink, Nim refused to involve himself with the rebellion. When I get my hands on him, I'm gonna... Hold on a sec, kid. My comm link's acting up. What do you want now? Huh? Okay, I'll try to hold him off. I'll send some help right now. Kid, a friend of mine's been ambushed by Imperials. You gotta go save him. Okay, he said he was holed up at these coordinates. Since we are closer than any of Nim's guys, he contacted me for help, which means he's really desperate. He may not be the best of guys, but we go way back and I owe him a couple. If he's been wounded, bring him back here. So we can patch him up. Well, at least he's only 1,000 meters away. I think we got 2 missions left after this. Or this is the second one and we've got 1. There we are. Two stormtroopers down. 130 credits. And this guy is now rock. So whatever treasure he has, he's keeping it. I've been shot, and shot pretty good too. Can you take me back to your hideout? Sure. Better have some terrain negotiation, buddy. just do this in stages. That way we'll probably only have to stop 4 times. Alright, here we go. So when can we expect to see our Overwatch videos, Andrew? Apparently it's a pretty popular game right now, so I'm sure people would love to see somebody playing it. Or another person playing it. Here we go. Back to Han. And we have arrived. Thanks for doing that. I made sure the rest of the Imperials weren't able to send for reinforcements. Now, after Chewie makes sure his wounds won't kill him, I'm going to have a nice little sit-down with my friend. Hopefully I can persuade him to convince Nim that we should start our negotiations again. Okay, things have turned out for the best after all. Nim has agreed to sell his current surplus to the Alliance, while I'm contacting Leia to let her know how this has turned out. I'm going to need you to deliver the down payment and his money to his money guy. Will you do that one last thing for me? Don't worry, Nim will get his money. Okay, kid, you're going to need to meet up with his bruiser, Nateba Kerr. Nateba will then take the money back to Nim. Then we can get out of here. Yippee. Why didn't the Isley Cantina have posters on the wall? I mean, that's a nice touch. And there are not They're here, but they're not in... Isley. Alright, we're probably going to get attacked again. Seems like this guy attacks us every couple of times we leave. That's alright. He can't do nothing. He is an ineffective comm operator. Yeah, this will probably be the last. I think this is the last mission, and if it is, then we're calling it a night, because our buffs are going to run out by the time we get set back to where we want to be. So, pretty sure... Okay, it's all here. Nim says the Bacta is going to be in the old place. So I'm also give Solo a good fist to the face for old time's sake. So you're lucky I don't know you. And now we head back. Fortunately, we didn't have to drag that guy back with us. So that's good. So Dantooine and Yavin should go by fairly quick. Not super quick, but fairly quick at least. And probably in the morning I will come back and do Nim's theme park and just knock it out of the way. And then we don't have to come back here again. And I'm okay with that. And this is what being factional is. Running around getting attacked when you're trying to do other stuff. He's keeping the Bacta in the old place? Huh? Yeah, I still know where that is. I'll fly us over there so we can bring it back to the base on Dantooine. Speaking of which, I told Leia how much help you've been. She asked me to tell you to meet with Captain Akbar. Oh, he's only a captain. On Dantooine if you wish to keep helping. Thanks for your help, kid. I owe you one. So that is the Rebel theme park on lock. So there we go. And it says it's this way. So go out here, go around here, head on out. So we're going back to Tatooine. So tomorrow we can just get buffed up in the morning, come back and run Nim's theme park, which really only needs, there's only one tough thing in the whole mess. But that one tough thing is fairly tough. So it's enough to warrant tomorrow being a day by itself. So I'll just do an episode for that one, and we'll be good there. But we don't want to go too far, because we want to be able to get back. Now, unfortunately, this time we are going to probably have to shoot some stormtroopers. Or at least some Imperials. Unless somebody's camping the entrance, which looks like they might be. But like I said, we don't want to gain a whole lot of negative Imperial faction. And here we go into the canteen, or into the med center, so we can get buffed up tomorrow and be all done. Anyway, that is the second part of the Rebel theme park. We still have 2 more planets to visit, and we will do that tomorrow. And then we should wrap it up. I don't think we should have to have a 4th day. I think we'll be able to do it in 1. So, I don't see where it's going to be that big of a deal. Elite Sand Trooper, Anyway, I will talk to you guys later. If you're catching up the last 10 minutes of the video, we did all of the rest of the theme park on Corellia. We did the entire theme park on Locke. Now tomorrow we have to go to Dantooine and do 11 missions, and then we have to go to Yavin 4 and do 10. And that'll give us our badge and a bunch of other junk. So that's kind of where we want to be. And we will, and they're all about the same. We got to do a bunch of stormtroopers, a bunch of escorts, deliver a bunch of crap, and on our way and be done. So we get to deal with Captain Akbar, Mon Mothma, General Dodonna, and Luke Skywalker. So you have that to look forward to. Anyway, go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and like the video if you enjoyed it. Really enjoying doing these. These theme parks are not my favorite thing, but they have to be done, and showing you guys some of the effort that goes into them and clearing up any questions you might have is more important to me than a little bit of irritation of having to do a theme park. So I will go ahead and I will do those for you, and we'll get them done and be all set with it. Probably tomorrow morning I'm going to get on here and just buzz through NIMS theme park and cut it up to take the travel time out, just so you can see it, because the travel time is kind of irrelevant in there. There's a lot of shuttles on lock, so it's not too terribly bad. But it's like 3 missions. It's pretty easy. But there's some parts you need to be aware of. The traveling there, you don't need to be aware of. The things that you see while you're there, you do. Anyway, we'll do that, and then tomorrow evening we will finish the Rebel theme park on the stream, and then we will see where we end up. And if we end up in a good spot with a good amount of time, which I doubt we will, we're probably going to run the full 2 hours to get that far. But if we get it done and we have time, we're going to start shedding some of our negative Imperial faction and get back up to positive 200 so we can become Imperial and do it all over again for the Imperial theme park. So that is pretty much that. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later. You have a good night, and I appreciate all you guys stopping by and having a discussion with me, and I will catch you guys tomorrow. See ya.